Hey everyone, welcome back to Curtis's Corner, the one-stop shop where sarcasm and cinema hold hands and scream into the void together. I'm Curtis, your loud, loyal, flaming hoe of a film freak, and today we're checking out Drop, the newest suspense thriller from Universal and Blumhouse, directed by Christopher Landon. Now listen, I know it's been a hot minute since I dropped a movie review, but your girl has been down bad. I've been so sick, I couldn't focus, I couldn't talk, and when I did try to speak, I sounded like a Victorian orphan ghost trapped in a wind tunnel. At one point, my voice dipped so low, Mariah Carey would have filed a cease and desist. I wasn't ghosting you, I promise. I was literally fighting for my life, like I was the final girl in a flu-themed slasher film. But before we drop into the action, yes, the pun train has no brakes. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell like it's the last working phone in a horror movie. And if you want to support the chaos even further, for just $2 a month on Patreon, you get unedited content, early access to videos, and you get to help me decide what hot mess or hidden gem I tackle next. But enough jibber jabber, let's get on with the review. The Drop wastes zero time getting messy, like glitter in a preschool craft room messy. You think it's under control until it's everywhere. The suspense kicks off early and never lets up. The story is intriguing right out the gate, but what's even better is that it doesn't stay flat, it builds. You're watching, thinking,
okay, now I know where this is going.
Then bam, the plot swerves harder than my ex trying to dodge commitment. Every time you think you've caught your breath, it throws in a new layer, like a lasagna of dread. One of the most powerful aspects of Drop is how it handles abuse. Not just physical action scenes, but also the deep emotional scars left behind by toxic relationships. The subtext isn't just subtext, it's more like a full-on highlight. Violet's journey shows us the aftermath of abuse in a way that's uncomfortable, honest, and way too real. This movie said,
hey, you want drama with your thriller?
And handed me a full buffet. But it's handled with care. The writing doesn't just drop buzzwords. It really digs into how abuse rewires your mind, your reactions, and your entire worldview. Now, let's talk motive. When everything gets revealed, I was like, oh, that's it? It's not bad, it's just not going to win any shock factor awards. The film really tries to explain the reasoning behind it all, and I appreciate the effort. But for a movie this well constructed, I wanted a little more pizzazz in my plot twist. Like, give me the kind of twist that makes me gasp, pause the movie, and text 5 friends. Instead, I nodded and went, okay, I guess that tracks. Now, let's give a standing ovation, or at least a respectful clap, to Meghann Fahy as Violet. She's amazing. From terrified to pissed to full-on revenge queen, she gives us everything. Her reactions are believable without being dramatic for drama's sake. This girl's playing 4D chess while pretending everything is fine, and I was living. Then there's Henry, played by Brandon Sklenar, our himbo with a heart. He's supportive, sweet, and gives just the right amount of I'm confused, but I'm trying my best. The two of them have a believable connection that gives the story emotional weight. And the rest of the cast? Shout out to the background players for making me believe that they too were one text away from spiraling into chaos. When the big reveal hits about who's been sending the messages, I won't spoil it, but let's just say if you weren't glued to every moment, it'll catch you off guard. It was subtle, smart, and didn't scream twist like some movies do. But when the masked killer is finally unmasked, no shade, but it felt like when your friend hypes up their crush and then you meet them and go,
oh, okay.
There wasn't enough buildup or personality for the reveal to land with any punch. You could have swapped this guy out with a barista from earlier and it would still make sense. Now the real MVP? The camera work. This movie had the cinematographer working overtime. Slow zooms that build pressure like a tea kettle, one-shot sequences that make your palms sweat, and camera spins that made me question gravity. And those action scenes? Chef's kiss. The rooftop restaurant scene had me clutching my imaginary pearls. The choreography felt grounded, but still intense. And the fast-paced decision-making in the heat of danger, that is what we like to see. Less superhero brawl and more scrappy survival with a side of strategy. But let's not pretend everything was perfect. The tone of the movie, sometimes it's like,
are we still in the same genre?
The comedy mostly works. I love the moments of levity that help reset my nervous system. But then we get the waiter. Sir, please calm down. His entire vibe was like a Broadway understudy who finally got stage time and was determined to make it count. It was too much, too loud, too exaggerated, and pulled me right out of the moment. And then there's the kid. He was fine most of the time, but a few of his reactions made me laugh out loud, and not in a
oh, he's cute
way. More like, why is this kid treating life or death like it's recess? It kind of undercut the stakes. All in all, Drop is a gripping, stylish thriller with a powerful emotional undercurrent. It's suspenseful, visually stunning, and features one of the best lead performances I've seen in a while. Now, while some tonal inconsistencies and underwhelming reveals bring it down a notch, it's still absolutely worth watching. I'm going to be giving Drop a B+. A strong grade for a movie that delivers on thrills, chills, and yes, just a bit of chaos. So overall, Drop really delivers a gripping and emotional thriller with standout direction and some of the best camera work I have seen in recent memory. Meghann Fahy absolutely owns the screen, and while the story does stumble a little bit in its final twists and tone, it still keeps you hooked from start to finish. There's depth, suspense, action, and just enough chaos to keep you wondering what's coming next. It's a smart, stylish thriller with a messy heart, and I mean that as a compliment. Well, that's it for today's review. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Curtis' Corner, and ring that bell. It owes you money. And remember to swing by my Patreon for unfiltered content, early access, and to help me decide what madness we tackle next. Thanks for watching. Bye, friendships.